Hey guys, our test experts question of the day, we're working on chemistry today, and we are rewriting and balancing equations. But before we do that, our joke. I don't trust atoms. I heard they make up everything. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Rewrite and balance the equation. So when we're balancing equations, what I tell my students is it's a little bit of trial and error. You can kind of just play with the numbers. So I usually look to start with the number that's hardest. So this H3 is a key component to me right here. How am I going to get 3 hydrogens on both sides? So I've got right now 3 hydrogens and 2 hydrogens on this side. So think like in algebra or pre-algebra when you had to find common denominators. What would the common denominator be between 2 and 3? It would be 6. So how are we going to end up with 6 hydrogens on either side? Well, obviously, I'm going to need 3 of these, 3 H2s, and you multiply the number out front times the subscript here to get the total number of hydrogens. So I've got 3 H2s, and we're just trying to see if this works. So I've got some number of N2s over here that we haven't figured out yet, and some number of NH3. NH3. Now, obviously to get the H3 here, I need 2 of those. So now I've got my hydrogens are balanced. I've got 6 hydrogens here and 6 hydrogens here. So let's check the nitrogens, start working on them. I've got 2 nitrogens here and 2 nitrogens here, so I'm done. Sometimes you won't be done, you have to play with the nitrogens, and sometimes you may have to rework the other thing that you've already got balanced. But in this case, we're already done, so you can either write 1 here, or a lot of people just don't write anything when it's just one of them. Our next question on balancing chemical equations is a little more difficult than the last one. We have C3H8 plus O2 becomes CO2 plus H2O. And again, I work on the most difficult part first. So let's look at this C3H8. We've got 8 hydrogens. So to balance that, we could put in 4 of these. Let's start with trying that. So let's just leave C3H8. We'll leave that at 1 for now. Plus we got some number of O2 becomes some number of CO2 plus, let's try 4 here, H2O. So that gives us 8. And remember, it's a little bit of trial and error. So we're trying right now 1 of these and those. So if that was the case, then I would need 3 of these carbons to balance out carbon. So that gives me 3 carbons and 8 hydrogens. So over here I've got 3 carbons and 8 hydrogens. Let's start working on oxygen. I've got 3 times 2 oxygens here, so this is 6 total oxygens, and over here I've got 4. So with 4 plus 6, I've got 10 oxygens I need on the other side. How can I make 10, or can I make 10? Yes, if I put a 5 out front right here, that makes the equation balanced. So I'll have 10 oxygens, 3 carbons on each side, and 8 hydrogens on each side. Again, I probably wouldn't write the 1 in front of this term, but that would be the final answer. Right there. Minus these. Today's challenge question, rewrite and balance the equation AlBr3, K2SO4 to KBr, and Al2SO4 to the 3. Now remember this 3, this confuses people. So there's 4 oxygens and there are 3 of this SO4. So this is actually 12 oxygens right here and 3 sulfur. So when you balance the equation, be careful about that part. Now, so it looks hard, but I promise you it's not as hard as it looks. Start working on the hardest part first and everything else will fall in place. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, be entered to win our monthly giveaway, and check the description for the answer to today's challenge question. See you next time.